Very interesting to think about it. Very, very interesting to think about. Follow the channel and share this live stream. Let's keep it moving. Beautiful. All right, let's go to our next destination. Let's keep it moving. That boat right there, I think that boat right there is a little fishing boat right there. Sanctioned fiction boat. Beautiful. Hit the follow button and share this live stream. Let's keep it moving. Now look at this gentleman right here, man. See? Look at this. Look at this. Thank you, Lexi. Thank you, Denise, for extending your sub. Thank you, Joe J. He's actually a very good singer. Thank you, Joe J and Sasha. Thank you, Caroline. I appreciate that. Thank you, Caroline. This is very popular here in China, especially with the senior citizen community. They love to come out here into the streets. They love to put a little cell phone on a tripod and have a little speaker. Where's the speaker at? Oh, there it is. Thank you, Ishep and Joe J. This is very popular in China right now. Very, very popular. Thank you, Ingrid and Melinda, Lavish and Joni. Thank you, Caroline. I appreciate it. Thank you, Melinda and Dark and Sherry Lynn. Sherry Lynn. The self-expression here in China is absolutely incredible. Like, this is what I'm telling you guys, man. This is very, very popular here in China. Like, Dylan, man, he's not a beggar, man. I don't think he's asking for money. So you see this gentleman, right? I don't think he's singing for money. I think he's just singing for self-expression, having fun. You can see they set up a little speaker over here, Cinderella and Irene, and it's allowed. It's perfectly allowed. In Shenzhen, I see people do it on the streets. This is a park, so this is a designated area where you can do it. Thank you, Cinderella. I hear some music in front of us, but that one is terrible. Okay, that one's horrible. Okay? Let's keep moving, y'all. Follow the channel and share this live stream. Thank you, Cinderella. I see they're giving out haircuts, man. I see some more people saying ahead, but the people ahead of us don't sound that good. This guy behind me, it actually sounds really good. Thank you, Climbers, Bobo. Thank you, Climbers. Thank you, Thank you, Martha. Thank you, Joe J. We just hit 50% to our go. I think OG went to sleep, but thank you, OG, Brian, Lee, Linda, Jennifer. Thank y'all. Thank you so much, everybody. Good night, Melinda. I know I started a little bit too late tonight. I apologize, y'all. Thank you, Kristen, indeed. This place is beautiful. And you can see that most people here are senior citizens. Right, thank you, All Things. Thank you, JK. They paint the bottom of the trees to protect them from bugs. Protect them from bugs climbing up. Well, good night, Bates. Everybody, have a great night. I'm gonna keep streaming. For those of you that need to go to sleep, get some rest. Yes, more than 3 million tourists every single year. This is a very, very popular city. Yeah, man, don't go to sleep yet. So what do you guys, for those of you who are watching from back home in America, what do you guys think about the senior citizen life, the retirement life out here in China based on what you've seen? What do you guys think? and you guys can give me your answer, and I'll expand on that question that I asked. Looks fun. It looks good. Good life. Annabelle likes it. Thank you, Martha. Looks pretty good, right? You guys love it? Okay. So this is let me explain this to you guys. Thank you, Angel. Life looks very chill for the folks out here, especially if you're a senior citizen, because most of the folks that you see out here are city folks. So what that means is that most of the folks that you see out here are on some type of social security or on some type of a pension. So this is why their life is very chill. They can come out here, fish, about where life is a little bit harder for the senior citizens. It's going to be the people who are living in the countryside. Thank you, Charles. The senior citizens who live in the countryside, especially tied to the land, the farmers essentially, their life is a little bit harder than the folks that live in the city, because their social security and their pension, there is no such thing as a pension because they work on the land. Their social security is going to be much lower compared to the folks that live in the cities. So what I'm trying to say is what you see here is really a very, very good reflection of what urban living is like if you're on the older side. But if you go to the more rural areas of China, most of the senior citizen folks still have like a side hustle. Some of them still work on the land. Thank you, Sunsets. They still work on the land. They still do different types of things to bring in income. Whereas a lot of the folks here in China, in these cities, if you're older, really just by being alive and living, you are making an income every single day because you have a pension and you have social security. So big difference in terms of the quality of life of the folks who live in the countryside versus the people who live here in the urban areas. Now, what the people have in the countryside have, the other people don't have, is in the countryside, they have more space. They have bigger homes. You guys remember when we streamed from the countryside, bigger backyards, bigger front yards, bigger homes, right? Access to cleaner air in many cases compared to other parts of the cities. So there's a trade-off between living in the countryside versus living, thank you, Emma. There's a trade-off between living in the countryside versus living in the city. Now, I don't know what these gentlemen are doing over here. What the hell is these people doing over here? Oh, hell no, they swimming. Oh, my dude over, oh, what up, Nick? Thank you, Nick. Thank you, Nick. Thank you, Wayne. My dude over here is showering. This dude over here taking a shower on the river, y'all. Look at this. They not swimming, they showering. I don't know, they trying to save some water at home or some shit. They are taking a shower over here. They taking a shower. Oh no, he's swimming for sure now. He's swimming. Big O, thank you, Big O. This dude is showering over here. He washing his clothes. What's this dude trying to do, man? Swim to Russia? What's this dude doing over here? You guys, man, this water look muddy as hell. This is not a water you're gonna find me in, y'all. Look at this. Look at this water's color over here, man. I'm telling you guys, man. This is not a water. Thank you, Tan Junli. I'm sorry, y'all. I gotta call a spade, man. But this ain't some water I would go swimming in. This is a very, it's not dirty, but it's just muddy. There's a lot of mud in this, man. Thank you, Blessed One. This is that time to leave your mark. Look at dude over here. Man, let's go ahead and get up out of here, man. There's another dude over here swimming too. Look at. Yeah, it's not polluted. It's just muddy water. Water is a cold. Let me feel it real quick without falling in. Very cold. Oh man, this water is very cold. Water is very cold. I'm not getting in this thing. The water is cold. Let's keep moving. Let's keep moving. Right, most of the folks here in this square right here are senior citizens. See that? Most of the people living, they're playing a game right now, Chinese chess. They just chilling. Oh, they're playing cards. Never mind, they're playing cards. Look at them right here. And some of these games are usually for money, by the way. They ain't playing for fun. They playing for money. You see that they're playing for money. Let's keep moving. Man, look at the way they be living life out here. They chilling. They living large. They having a barbecue. They having a cookout over here, man. They living large over here. What up, doggy? What up, buddy? What up, buddy? They living life out here. Look, they got a full spread on the table, man. Look at this. They chilling. Thank you, Nipa. Look at them. They chilling. They got a full spread on the table. Thank you, Nipa. What up, buddy? What up, little buddy? Thank you, big old. Hey, big old, man. We gotta work every day. They chilling every day. Look at this dog over here. Hello. Hello. Beautiful dog. Beautiful dog. Look at him. Dog over here. Beautiful dog. Work hard all their lives. They deserve to chill. Oliver, your ass got about 30 more years of you got about 30 more years of work ahead of you before you could chill. So keep working. Thank you, Diamond and Tony. Hey, Big O, you got about 30 more years of work ahead of you. So keep working. Okay? So in about 30 years, you could come out here and do this. Okay? In about 2058, 2059, okay, you could come out here and do what these folks are doing. Okay, thank you, Mama Chai. Thank you, Big O. Thank you, Nipa. Okay, thank you, Diamond. So keep working. Okay, in about 30, 35 years, you can come out and retire. Okay, so keep working. Yes, these are willow trees. What up, man? Big O, thank you. I'm streaming 8 hours a day, man. This shit is harder than a 9 to 5. This is harder. My job right now is literally harder than a 9 to 5. Let's keep moving. Follow the channel, y'all, and share this live stream. How much is the average Social Security check? I think the average Social Security check here in China is probably... This is a guess from me. It's not 100% accurate. I think the average Social Security check here in China... I'm not talking about pensions. I'm talking about just Social Security from the government. I think the average Social Security here is probably... The Chinese people watching can keep me honest on this one. I think the average Social Security check is probably $400 to $450 a month. Right around 3,000 to 3,500 yuan a month. $500 a month, probably, maybe even a little bit lower. There's some people in Shanghai, in Beijing, who make like $1,500, $1,600, even $2,000 a month on Social Security. $2,000, $1,500, very, very common for senior citizens in Shanghai, in Beijing, in Shenzhen. But those people do not represent the rest of the country. I would imagine, thank you, Hang, I would imagine the people here on average, the Social Security check should be about $400 to $450 a month. That is average. So ChatGPT said $450 to $400. Damn, I'm pretty good, aren't I? I guessed that on top of my head. I guessed that. Thank you, Hat, and thank you, Wayne. Thank you very much. So that's I don't know, the Chinese people watching, they can give you an answer that's a government number, but my answer is probably $400 to $450 a month. My mother doesn't make that much in Social Security because she only worked for less than 20 years here in China. Thank you, Henten. Thank you. But you know what's the interesting thing about Chinese Social Security though? Their cost of living adjustment is huge. Thank you, David KW. I don't know how they do it, man, but their cost of living adjustment here in China is huge. My mother has had 2 cost of living adjustments this year already. Thank you, Hannah. JC Martin, I'm gonna get to that in a second. So my mother's Social Security has had 2 cost of living adjustments in 2024 already. Once in January and once last month. So she's gotten 2 cost of living adjustments. And here's the weird thing. There's no inflation here in China. So I don't know why they're giving her more cost of living. I mean, I'm not complaining. I'm not sure why they're giving her more cost of living adjustment. There is no inflation here in China. So I don't know, man. It's a pretty good deal. It's a pretty good deal. What about disability? Disability, We actually do have someone in our family who is disabled. He passed away. I'm not really sure, man. I ain't never really had a sit-down, heart-to-heart conversation with him. You know what I'm saying? Because I left so young, but he gets disability checks. But I'm not really sure about disability, man. That never really. I'm not really sure, but they get paid. They have a disability system payment here. I'm just not too familiar with it. But I know that my uncle was disabled on my mother's side. He collected disability checks. So let's keep moving. So I gotta tell you guys something crazy. I'm gonna tell y'all something a little bit crazy. That's gonna scare you, okay? In a good way. My grandpa on my mother's side is 96 years old here. My grandpa is 96 years old. I'm hoping he'll make it to at least 100. My grandpa is 96 years old, okay? And my grandpa was actually, how do I describe this? So my grandpa spent time in the military briefly when he was younger. So he is considered what they call a old communist member, okay? Old communist member. He's not old enough to go on the long march, but he's he's considered someone who is like a very old Communist Party member. Do you guys know how much he gets in Social Security every single month? Thank you, Mylin. And do you guys know how much he gets in Social Security every single month? It's crazy. Now, the number may not seem very big to an American, but the number is huge for a Chinese person. Like, my grandpa gets like $2,800 a month. I think it was like $2,800 a month in Social Security alone. He's 96 years old. Okay? Now, my mother doesn't get to see a penny of that because my uncle is his caretaker, so all the money goes to my uncle. Okay? So my uncle pockets all of the money. My mom lives in America, so she doesn't get any of it. But he gets paid $2,700 to $2,800 a month in Social Security. It's crazy. US dollars. That's crazy, right? The average income in the city is like $560. He gets like 4.5 times. He's 96 years old, and he has, man, like I said before, man, this is why, man, it's just different, it's just different. And like, also, by the way, a source of friction within the family, because my mom, when she went over to America to immigrate to the United States, she kind of sacrificed a lot of things, and this is one of those things that she sacrificed. To the assets of my grandparents went to my uncle instead of my mother, because my mother left for America so early in her life. She was only 39 years old. But my mother doesn't care about any of that. She doesn't really care. That's why my mother is so healthy. She's got a very positive energy, positive spirits. She doesn't really care about these types of things. Thank you, Pamela Jean. Let's keep it moving, y'all. Follow the channel. Let's keep moving. Let's keep streaming. Let's keep moving. My mom is retired. My mom's been retired since she was 55. But I think I told you guys this. Thank you, Crypto and Sherry Lynn. My mother was a doctor here in China. High-paying job back then. It was a decent job, but not as highly paid as a doctor in America. But Chinese doctor licenses do not transfer to America. So my mother essentially sacrificed the most out of the entire family, my father and me and my mother. My mother was the one who sacrificed the most because she could no longer do her job in America. She was a doctor for almost 20 years, and she was a doctor years in America. She could no longer pursue her own career, basically like a housewife to take care of my dad and I. Thank you, Wayne. Thank you very much. People been peeing, smelled the pee. Somebody been peeing around me. I think maybe around those bushes over there, man, them trees over here. Man, hit the follow button and share this live stream. So my mom had to sacrifice a lot. So this is why I love my mom so much. She's an amazing, smart woman. But unfortunately, when she went over to America, she had to sacrifice the most out of everybody in the family, which is a lot of case in life, right? It's usually the women in a family that sacrifice more than the men. In my opinion, in my humble opinion, based on what I've seen, it's always the women that sacrifice more than the men when it comes to big family decisions, in my opinion. Thank you, Crypto Chick. And in my case, my mother sacrificed way more than my father and I. So let's follow the channel and keep it moving. Share this live stream. Let's keep it moving. So my mother's been retired since effectively 39 years old. Since when she went to America, she was really no longer able to do her job. You know, my mother was also in Chinese was called a 副主任医师. So at the age of 39, my mother was already a 副主任医师 in China, which is like a pretty decent ranking doctor. So it means like you're like Oliver probably knows this if he's still watching. It's a very high ranking position for someone 39 years old, but she had to give it all up and resign her job and go to America and chase the American dream with my father and me. So this is why I love my mom so much. She sacrificed a lot. So let's keep it moving. Keep it moving, man. All right, let's go to our next destination. We took a little bit of a detour on the port over here. Thank you, Sherry Lynn. It's an absolutely beautiful day. Thank you, Harley. Beautiful. She was my mother was a general practitioner. That's right. Focusing in kidney disease. So all types of dialysis, kidneys. She was a general practitioner focusing on internal medicine and kidney disease specifically. All right, let's keep going. Beautiful. Thank you, Big O. Well, Big O. Thank you, Wayne. This is not the Russian border. This is the city of Harbin. You know, I'm going to tell you guys this, man. You know what's kind of interesting about this? When I'm walking down these streets here in China, is like, I'm telling you guys, I noticed this a lot. A lot of men here in China, especially senior citizen, older men, are heavy smokers. Thank you, Nick, and all things. They're heavy smokers. Like, I'm talking about a pack a day type of smokers. Like, when I was down there in that park, there is a big smell of tobacco everywhere I walked because a lot of them smoke. Yet, all of them look very healthy. And they are still kicking it at like 70 and 80. So how the hell does that shit make sense? I'm trying to rationalize this shit. Thank you, Toriel. I'm trying to rationalize this. I swear to God, like a lot of them are heavy smokers. Now, obviously, they drink tea and maybe they have a good diet. I don't know how they do it, man. Like, they are healthy. Thank you, Crystal and Harley. Now, there's obviously exceptions. There's obviously people who get lung cancer and stuff. But, like, compared to the prevalence of it, I don't understand how they do it. I don't understand how they do it, to be honest. How do they stay so healthy while smoking so much? Thank you, Alex. More than halfway to our goal. Thank you, Alex. Thank you, Xiaobendan. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, Alex. Great to see you. Alex, we just saw a senior citizen gathering spot here next to the river. We're about to go hit up the neighborhoods now. It's the best way to go. Let's go this way. And that's probably yeah, you know, let's move on, man. I don't want to talk about that topic anymore. It's too much to talk about tobacco today. Let's keep moving, man. Follow the channel and please share this live stream. Hit the follow button and share this live stream. Let's go ahead and get up out of here. Keep moving. Alrighty, let's go to our next destination. Thank you, Macabello Life. Thank you, Macabello. Good evening, everyone. Hey, everybody. Good evening, everyone. Hey, everybody. Let's go to our next destination. Thank you, Macabello Life. Thank you, Macabello. Good evening, everyone. Hey, everybody back home in America. It's raining, but if it's a clear day, look out your window. You should have a perfectly round moon. Thank you, Dusiwa. The moon round. That's how you know tomorrow's some festival. Not only around the world, the moon is going to be round. Thank you, Cheech. Thank you for the love you. You see it, right? Perfectly, absolutely beautiful. Right. Cool. And also, you know, Pepper Kim and BB Johns, thank you. There's kind of a dynamic here in China where, you know, I do have to explain this to you guys, man. Like, they just raised the retirement age here in China about, I think it just came out 2 days ago. So women used to be able to retire at 55. Now they can retire at 58. Men used to be able to retire at 60. Now they retire at 63. That's actually a source of thank you, Alex and Wayne. Thank you, Alex, so much for watching tonight. Good evening to you, everybody.